Welcome back, everybody. Oh my gosh, I'm blocking Groot. Groot, say hi to everybody. What's happening, people? It's another beautiful day here for the FilmStruck Film Club. I'm Carson Higgins. We already talked to our buddy Groot. He's gonna hang out right there. But if you've never done this before, welcome. We watch a film a week and you are now in this club, baby. You're in. Nothing you can do about it. Membership's paid. You're good. Lifelong member. We watch a movie a week. I'll always be posting it to our Instagram page, our Facebook group, and you'll always be able to, at the end of that week, see one of these where I'll typically just talk about kind of what I thought of the film, and you're free to let me know what you thought. You know, hit me up in the comments, slide it into the DMs, slip and slide right in there. I don't care. We watched a great film this week. We're watching great films all month because we're doing the Pride Month celebration. We're watching films directed by LGBT filmmakers. And we watched a spectacular movie this week, honestly. It is the directorial debut of this person, so that's exciting. I had seen some of her later work, but I had never seen this film. And so this week we did watch Dee Rees's 2011 film, Pariah. Maybe you've seen it, maybe you haven't. Either way, it is streaming on Netflix right now, so if you haven't checked it out, definitely go watch it before or after this video. I won't spoil nothing, so you're okay. You can hang out. We can relax and hang out together. We're gonna be kind, okay? But this film, like I said, it's her directorial debut. Maybe you've seen some of her other works. She did do the Queen Latifah HBO movie Bessie, about Bessie Smith, the singer. I love this movie. Mudbound, another Netflix film. I think it was like one of the first Netflix original films. Might have even been the first one. Don't quote me on that. But yeah, Mudbound is a spectacular adaptation of a book. And Dee Rees has gone on to make even more films, and she's gonna keep making movies because she's just that kind of badass lady. But this film, man, really caught me off guard a little bit. I knew it was gonna be good. It's got a 95% on Rotten Tomatoes. She won the Cassavetes Award at the Indie Spirit Awards. No big deal. She won the Breakout Director Award at the Gotham Awards. It won Best Cinematography at the Sundance Film Festival, and it even won Best Indie Film at the NAACP Honors and the GLAAD Awards. So, I think people already liked this movie before I ever mentioned we should watch it. But I'm so glad that I did, because it really is kind of like if John Hughes was a black lesbian woman, maybe he would have made this movie, because it has a very true, very traditional, like, high school coming of age element to it. And it's really cool because it has kind of a very unique perspective. I'm not used to seeing films about lesbians that center on butch representation. We're pretty much hanging out with butch lesbians for the majority of this film. Our main character, Alike, she's got to dress one way to leave the house, and then when she goes to school, she dresses up, I don't want to say like a guy, because that's not fair. She dresses like a butch lesbian. And it sucks because when she goes home, she's got to change back into this other outfit. And it's very, it's fun to watch now because even just from 2011, we're 10 years on from when this film came out, but there's a line about, oh, you got to burn me a copy of that CD. She's wearing like a bedazzled angel shirt. There's just a couple little moments where I was like, man, remember the aughts? Those were a good time. Anyway, yeah. Did I mention already that Dee Rees, it was an NYU grad, and so maybe if you notice at the end of the film, in the credits, Spike Lee's an executive producer. What's up? Yeah, this, before we get into like what the movie's about or anything, I will just say, this is another shining example of telling a story about what you know. It's something that you, like filmmakers, what is it, film school and stuff, they'll always tell you like, write what you know, right? And here's a wonderful example of someone who, they wrote what they knew for their thesis film for grad school. And it went well. And then they got some interest and some funding, and they wrote the feature, and then they went and made that. And so it just goes to show that preparation, meeting opportunity, that's just good luck right there. But yeah, this film the title is a little off-putting, right? Pariah, for those that don't know or didn't look at the poster recently, because the definition of the word is on one of the posters. Pariah is a person without status, a rejected member of society, an outcast. So I fully understand and appreciate that our main character, Alike, feels like a pariah in her community, in her family. But just as a title for a film, it is a little off-putting, and the film itself is not off-putting at all. It's actually a really sweet, very kind of joyous, optimistic movie. You know, without getting too into it, I will just say her mother is not super into the idea of her being gay, and there's a beautiful, it's in the writing and it's in the acting of how we never expressly say like, you better not be gay or anything like that, but it's very clear, and the picture is very clearly painted that we must keep our real life a secret because mom ain't gonna be into this. And the relationship with her father is actually kind of awesome. I really liked the dad in this movie. He plays an NYPD cop. You know, every time we see him, it seems like he's just gotten off the beat and he's in the house for maybe 5 minutes trying to sit down and have something to eat. He's just like I found him to be a really great dad in this movie. Just a quick shout out to Charles Parnell, forgive me, and Kim Wayans, who plays the mother. She's astounding as well. But it's really, and I hope I say this right, Adepero Aduye, she did great. If she plays Alike, she's the main character in this film. Maybe if you watched Falcon and Winter Soldier, you noticed her as Sam's sister because she's in that as well. But she gives an astounding performance in this, and so does Parnell Walker, who plays her friend Laura, who's kind of showing her the ropes. You know, we'll secretly get her into the girls' club and literally like strip club with all women, and yeah, this is like, she's just a great friend, right? And there's a really touching scene towards the end between the two of them that I won't be spoiling here. But yeah, there's also I think it's pronounced Bina, B-I-N-A, who you'll meet her as well. I don't want to spoil nothing, but I will say, mom kind of sets us up with a friend. We're gonna hang out. You're gonna hang out with her. I know this woman from work or from church or whatever, and it's her daughter, and that's who you're gonna hang out with. And little does mom know, maybe you shouldn't have set them up together. You know what I'm saying? But I don't want to spoil nothing, like I said, so don't get too far ahead of me. Look at this. Okay, I'm gonna finish this up real quick. I will say, Alike, who they also call Lee a couple times in the film, but I like calling her Alike. Her dad calls her Alike, and I don't know. I like the name. Anyway, she is a writer, she writes poetry. And there's a couple of sections in the film where she reads some poetry that she wrote to a teacher of hers. And I really want to quickly shout out that teacher gives her the exact right advice every single time that the two of them are in a room together. I just want to put that out there. But Dee Rees is an exquisite poet because I'm assuming she wrote these poems. And the progression of Alike as a poet throughout the film, culminating with the one at the end, is just really like astounding writing, just really well put writing. And I love the scene. I don't know if I think it's sunset, and they're on the roof of this building, and you know she's telling her dad about like, I need you to sign these papers, and I think I'm doing a good job of not spoiling stuff. But it's a beautiful scene, and he's like, you know, you can come home and all this stuff. And she says, I'm not running, I'm choosing. And I really liked just that line, just the way that it kind of encapsulates her strength and her confidence. And we really know that she's going to be okay. And I just love that. I'm going to also just briefly touch on Laura, who I mentioned, has a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful scene where she speaks with her mother. And it caught me so off guard because of how Laura has talked about her mother throughout the film and how we've seen her operate, to then wind up at the doorstep of her mom and the scene that takes place there. I was just like, Dee Rees, you done it. You done did it. Also, quick shout out, and then I'm really gonna wrap this up. Bradford Young was the director of photography on this film, and he is a true stud. Look out for his name on anything. He was the cinematographer for Arrival. He was the cinematographer for Solo, a Star Wars story, and he was the cinematographer for this film, and he won Best Cinematography at Sundance Film Festival for this film. But yeah, there's the it's now a drawing that, you know, will be immortalized as the Criterion cover for Pariah, and it's just this great. That's shot in the bus where it's the reflection of her in the window. It's just it's no wonder it's on the poster. No wonder it's kind of like the image of this character and of this story, because where like a picture is worth 1,000 words, you know. It really just kind of, this is who this person is, a reflection. And yeah, you guys, I loved this movie. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. Just go watch it. Go watch Pariah right now. And don't let the title be off-putting, because I swear the movie itself is not off-putting. As far as watching it during Pride Month, couldn't be a better way to celebrate. Right, Groot? That's what I'm talking about. We're gonna have another pick. I'll pick it, put it out there tomorrow. And in the meantime, enjoy the weather. The sun's coming out. Hope you're vaccinated. You can go play with everybody again. Maybe go to the movies. And, you know, just be kind, y'all. I love you. Peace.